Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to 21st April, August 21st, 2023 edition of Morning Mindset. First up, let me know you can see me, you can hear me, because I'm pretty sure you can. This is how this works. If it's your first time here, I didn't know who you are, where you're from. I didn't know what's in your cup and what the weather is like. For us, White Monster, about due for another one. We've already been going strong this morning. It's going to be hot. I think they're saying like heat index is like 120 today. So it is going to be hot here in the Midwest, which we said, we got winter in July, and July is carrying into August. It's a hot one today. So we got that. But most importantly, five things. What are five things that you are going to accomplish today? So I'm going processing orders now. So I'm still somewhat making my list of stuff, but things that we have to do. We got shirts that need to go get pressed and out. We've got can coolies. So, we can't say koozies, but we got those. We got that job that needs to be done. We've got mock-ups that need to get done, and we're working on the website some. And then we've got a sample to press to see if everything looks good with that. So those are our five things. What are your five things that you are going to accomplish today? So with that, hey, welcome. We still got another week of August. I didn't think about it. I'm like, what day are we on? Next Friday is the first. So we still got 2 weeks left of the month, and then we're rocking and rolling. So let me check in and see how everybody is doing this fine Monday morning. Kelly, good morning to you. Now, Kelly, how has that rain and earthquake affected you? Because I know, California is getting hit with a hurricane or a tropical storm or whatever it is now. I'm seeing all kinds of craziness from that. And then, there's the earthquake yesterday, which I don't think earthquakes, and maybe it could just be me, don't cause as much problems as they used to, because over the years, buildings have been built better. So I don't think there's nearly as many issues as there once was. Good morning to you, Chuck. What's up, Chuck? Why did I was always supposed to say, what's up, Chuck? That's what I'm supposed to say. Throwing this off. Currently 82 and forecast is 90 today. Watch the Devils hockey. Hey, that's one way to keep cool, watching some hockey. Because it is, it's what I can't even see what the temp is here. It's gonna be garbage. Kelly's got coffee in the cup. Raining there, so it's 74 right now on the way to 94. Oof. See, you're gonna get some heat, aren't you? Good morning to you, John. And Barb, good morning. She is in north central Minnesota. 62 with a high of 68. That's pretty comfortable. Rain forecasted later day, water on the side. Very, very nice. Jose, good morning to you. And Dawn there. Hey, everyone. Not a good day. I'm guessing that's a good day. Uh-oh, Darren, what's going on? Alan, good morning to you. Did you ever create that temporary sample pack? If so, where can I find it? We did, Alan. In fact, that's one of the, I think, 4 more orders down. That's what's on here, is the temporary tattoo sample pack. Yeah, temporary tattoo sample pack. That's one of the things that was ordered over the weekend. It is in the temporary tattoos. If you go to fatdadwholesale.com under temporary tattoos, it is listed there. So you can go there and find that, and we can get that out for you. Good morning to you as well, Jose. Yes, the sample packs. Yes, they're on there. They're listed on there. Just saying. You know what? Let me go here, and I will find the link, and I will put it in the comments. Fat Dad Wholesale. We'll get over there. Then we will get over to a temporary tattoos. And while you're over there, you can see all the other stuff we did with the white toner transfers, the DTF transfers, the thank you stickers, the banners, the printed decals, the flags. Oh, we just did 30 flags. 30 flags, I think, just got ordered on Friday, I think is what it was. Yeah, so we've got those 30 3x5 flags double-sided, so we were able to rock that out. That'll be going out this week. But printed canvas, removable wall vinyl, holographic stickers, bumper stickers, photo backdrops. We can do all of that for you. So let me temporary tattoo sample pack right here. I will put this down in the comments below, so that way you are able to see it. And then they're actually ones you're able to use. They're all like mom ones, like softball mom, basketball mom, baseball mom, things like that. So you'll be able to use that in there. Let me go ahead, and if you head over there, boom, there it is. Because it's wholesale will get you there, because remember, wholesale side is blocked from the normal viewing public. So if you go to custom designs, that's why you won't see it. But it is there under temporary tattoo. So there is the link for that. I tell you what, right there. All right, let's see. Back up top, where were we? Where were we? Where were we? We're here. Jen, welcome back. Jen, good morning to you. Flat White, and it's going to be a steamy day there in Central Indiana. It is. It's gonna be hot. It's gonna be garbagey. It's just humidity. Yesterday it was bad. It was like going outside. Um, I tried to stay inside because I'm a fat guy and it's hot out there. But I went outside a couple times and just the humidity and everything was out there. It was kind of making my feet slippery in my flip flops, if you know what I mean. You know what I mean? It was just gross out there. Barb's five things: log new inventory, inverter patches, test metallic thread brand. Ooh, that sounds fancy. Quotes and phone calls. Very nice. Oof. Darn front wheel on the tractor sheared off while trying to mow. Not sure what my five things are. Recovery, right? Figure out what happened there and how you're going to fix it. That's what you're going to do. How big? How big you looking there, Jose? Because we do have some options available for larger sublimation prints. Good morning to you there, Brian. Gatorade. One thing I have to finish installing is three-inch ground signs. I'm guessing 3-inch ground signs that I spent all weekend trying to do. Oh, took the auger 2 hours. What? So, I mean, this is how I would do that because that sounds sucky. Is just go rent if you have the auger, you have it. But if not, go to the equipment rental supply store and get the tractor that has the auger on it, and then just make light work of it, man. That sounds terrible. Which Brian, hey, I think we're still on pace. 2 weeks. Is that right? This weekend's no school starts 3 weeks. 3 weekends. 3 weekends will be down in your area. That's the goal. The ninth. Yeah. Uh, Circle design on the website. It should be there. Let me double check, Alan, when I get give me like 10 minutes after the show, and that'll be the first thing I'll check because I thought it got added, Alan, but I'm not 100% sure. I have work on website on my list, and then I'll go back to what that actually entails. There's adding product, there's that. So I will double check and make sure that it is, but give me like 10 minutes afterwards, and I'll look and see, and then I'll message you that yep, it's there. Kelly's five things: quotes, banking, signs, cutting boards, and T-shirts. Very nice. Five things for you there, Kelly. And good morning to you, Renee. 73 on the way to low 90s. Wednesday and Thursday are supposed to be redonkulous. Water bottle. I thought it was like all week now. I thought it was just going to be gross all week. Kids start here back to school on Friday, which, yeah, that will be fun and exciting. At least they have air conditioning. We went and met with the principal. So that's Wednesday or Thursday, just about upcoming things and things we're going to do, which reminds me, yard signs. I got to get signs done for the school for drop off and pick up. So I got to put that on my list. I don't know if it's further on my list of my other things, my big list, but that's something I need to get taken care of too. But last year, our school, finally received AC, and it was bad in there before. And when we were sitting in our office, I'm like, it is cold in here. She's like, I know, right? it was a totally different experience because I was chilly. I would have taken a hoodie very, very, very quickly because it was just chilly in there. Jen's got her five things: artwork changes for an event tent setup, set up a new web store, process and order components for 3 web stores that closed last night, invoicing, always invoicing, and answering emails. Very, very nice. Ooh, look at that, Maria. It was 99 at midnight, 106 today. I think last night when I looked, it was 6 o'clock, 6 or 7 o'clock, and it said that it felt like it was still 107 outside, and that was at 6, 7 o'clock last night. Ridiculous. We left Long Beach early to avoid the storm on the coast, but we're feeling a bit of it rainy and definitely windy. Yeah, I'm hearing that it was, it wasn't as bad as some people anticipated. It was worse than what other people anticipated. So it just goes crazy in there. You should have gotten it. Yes, you should have. Can I add it? Which order? I got to double check. I'll double check, Don, and see where we are on that because I'm not 100% sure, to be honest with you. George, good morning to you. And Alexi, hello, my friend, from Renee to Jen. And Jose says, I think 48 by 72 picture. I think is a polyester sleeve for a party. 40 by 72 is huge, man. What are you doing? Tell me more about the job. because I don't know if sublimation is the asleep. If that is that might not be the most cost effective way to do it. I don't know. We'll see. The first ever hurricane in Las Vegas is unreal. The flooding that I'm seeing from Vegas is nuts, and it's just it's not made for it. So, yeah, it looked crazy. Looking for poly crop tops. Can you get me 15 of them? Ooh, who's got a lead on poly crop tops? I haven't looked. Corey sources all of our stuff, so I would have to I have to check with her. So Dawn, we're gonna look at that poly crop tops. Crop tops. What color? What color, Dawn? That'll probably be a huge factor into. T-Town, good morning to you. 72 and about to be hot today. Pink Monster about to open up. That doesn't sound too bad on there. Hey there, just got the notice. Yeah, it's weird how Facebook, or not how Facebook, how YouTube does that sometimes, where they won't send out, it won't go out right away. It takes out later on. But hey, at least it went out. And if you're not, subscribed, make sure you do. Hit the buttons up there, wherever the buttons are. There's buttons somewhere around there to make sure that you subscribe to it. And then you'll be notified when we go live, or you should be. Oh man, I got a story for y'all and need some advice. Ooh, T-Town. T-Town's dropping the T. Yes, give us story time and we will check and see. White, please. I have checked everywhere. All right, let's see. Let's see what we can find out. So, Dawn has checked everywhere. So, Dawn's checked everywhere. Let's see what we can find for Dawn and going through it, and then we can go from there. I'm seeing all kinds of different notifications pop up on my phone, so I'm not sure what's popping off. Something that's going on somewhere. You want me to send a picture on Facebook or Instagram so you can see? Yeah, send it on Facebook and we'll take a look at it, Jose, and see what we can do and what you're trying to do. Because anything like that, Biggs, as we go with, just depending on what it is, it could be the print method that we use. So yeah, just send it on over to me and we'll take a look at it. So while we wait on T-Town to give us what the new thing, what did I say? His story time. Poly crop tops. Let's see, 15 poly crop tops. Yeah, and those are just T-shirts, right? I would look at. Did you look at? Oh, what's the place? What's the place with all the stuff? With all the stuff, like the cheer stuff, and oh, I can't think of it. I am so bad at this. That's why I have a Corey. It is. I cannot think. I can't think now. I'll definitely have to get with Corey on that one. Freed, good morning to you. Checking in from oven preheating. Yes, that is 100% true because that's what's happening to us. Is it is definitely getting. Oh, okay. So for something like that, I see what you're doing. Um, how are you attaching that? That's my question. How are you in that? Because typically like that, we would do that as a roll up banner, the banner stand, and roll that up there. So it'll just be depending on that. Yeah, that's we'll use pop up banners for things like that because it's way easier and more cost effective because of just think pressing that, right? Pressing that is going to be and what Jose's showing us is this is what he sent a picture of, so that way you can see it. There, you can see it on that. I would not press anything like that unless you have a roll to roll machine, and if you have a roll to roll, you obviously would already have a wide format printer, and because yeah, one bad thing and you could screw all that up. But we would print that as a roll up banner, and that's how we would do that. There are some pop up things that we can do, but yeah, I get the sizes. I can get you prices on stuff. Just let me know. We'll go there. Yep, Boxercraft is a good one. Boxercraft is a great one to check and see. They might have it for you there. And Teton, so that spirit wear problem I had last week with the football and cheer. Well, now there's more. Now one of the coaches would like to know how much my company makes. They really don't like cheer, and they are the ones that ask me every year to do spirit wear football. Will this be the first year they will use me, but they don't like my 5% back? They think, but they don't like my 5% back. They don't think 2.5 to them is good enough. I mean, why would they only get 2.5? Is it being split between it? Can't you take all the football stuff and do that? Well, all the football stuff goes to them, and all the cheer stuff goes to the girl, and then they both get 5% instead of splitting overall 5%. I mean, that's one way to do it. Have two separate things, one football, one cheer. Depending on volume, 5% not be enough. I don't, I don't tell people what I make. That's not a question. They don't go into any other business and ask, hey, how much you making off this? They don't go buy that new truck, here that's $100,000 and say, well, how much you making off this? Because there's room to move on it, right? And at the end of the year, they offer $10,000 off of stuff. So there's money to be made in everything. They don't go in and ask that. So, it's almost asking the coach, hey, well, how much do you make, right? And for the amount the school's paying you, we should be getting a lot more wins out of you, right? I'm just saying our winning percentage should be way better for what we're paying you. So, I mean, yeah, I don't even mess with that. Like, no, here's my things. Yep. And let's see, Brian, back here, the humidity and heat have it so foggy here I can't see in the black. Yeah, that's nuts when it's like that. Spooky nuts. And Cavia, that's it. That was the one I was thinking of for the crops. There you go. Thanks, Renee, for that. And Jen, a shout out to Renee in there. Let's see, that was what we're there. Yeah, tell them to kick rocks. They don't know the profit. Absolutely, I'm done with that. I'm not messing with that. Even though it's 5% for the program, not 2.5. Yeah, I would just split them as separate ones. You have a cheer one, you have a football one, and why not just give 5 to each other's? Yeah, my numbers reflect what everyone around town. I would not. I'm not messing with that at all. Uh, what do you all use for printing flags and football run throughs? I have used SK Print before. I've used SK Print before as well. We have a couple local people that we work with on things like that, and so we offer up that service as well. The breakaway banners and the flags. We have a really good local flag company that we work with on it. Yeah, we can do like the 3x5 flag. I mean, we can do any size flags, but 3x5 flags are pretty standard. We do have to order a minimum of 5. They don't all have to match, so they can all be separate ones. But there's a minimum order of 5, and they're $30 each when we do it that way. So yeah, that's what we got for it. Yeah, Jose, yeah, not a problem at all. And for weather forecasters getting paid, we should get accurate weather reports. Absolutely. Like, you don't need to know what my profit is. You don't need to know any of that. You just need to know if you're not satisfied with the amount that you're getting back, then okay, here's our options. Like for us, do you have a tiered system, or is it just a flat 5%? You give them more based on if they sell more, or how do you do that? We've went back and forth with this, with the percentage based and with the dollar amount. And a lot of the other softwares that are out there for it, we really can't do a percentage base. It's a dollar amount. So that's why we've been looking at that way more. Plus, it's a little easier to track. We can say, hey, every shirt you're going to get $2 back. Every hoodie you're going to get 5, or whatever the number we put on it. Percentage makes sense because then you can tell them, hey, the more you sell, the more you make. You're going to get 5% up to this number, 10% up to this number, 12%. You can work with it. So the more they sell, the more that they can get out of it. Your stuff comes down, but theirs goes up. Pros and cons to that is that you make less. The more that they do, you make less. That's just a given. But when there is goals that can be reached, where, hey, if there's a difference of $50 takes them from $5 or from 5% to say 10%, well, then they're going to push to get that extra $50 in sales to get that other percentage. So pros and cons with it. I don't think there is a set in stone. This is the way you need to do it. You need to decide what's best for your business. But in general, if you look at a $35 hoodie, 10% is $3.50. 5% is $1.75. So yeah, on a hoodie, $1.75. I mean, yeah, there's not a whole lot that they're getting back out. Even at 5%, they're only going to get that dollar, yeah, that $1.75. So then if you cut that back even more, I mean, I can see that on their side. So the best thing, maybe split it up 2 stores, that they're getting that way with it. So how's everyone else do it? How are you running your stores? Are you giving a flat fee per item? Are you doing a percentage base? Let's find out and see how people are doing. Patrick, hello to you. I believe you're traveling, right? Where are you traveling to now? You're the jet setting guy, flying around in that private Caesar plane, right? One day that'd be awesome, wouldn't it, for it? But where are you headed off to? The cheer program has been trying to reignite the family as an organization, but they're still push them away every time, even though the cheer makes a lot of money from fundraising. Well, and then maybe that's the way to do it. If you split them up, and they can say, well, hey, Cheer made way more than you, man. So you were actually, you were leeching off of them. I mean, for us, usually Cheer side as well. Cheer and dance always seems to do well. Football, it's kind of mixed. You get the football moms that'll buy a bunch of stuff, and kids shirts, maybe one or two. But it seems like the Cheer side, they spend way more. This is a youth organization, been around for 75 years, all volunteers. All right, at C, and Jen said, for groups orders like that, my price is my price. They add the fundraising amount on top based on what they want to make. I'm not sacrificing my margin. There you go. That's how Jen does it. And Renee says, I offer a client a flat rate or percentage. I think I may switch over flat rate across the board. And that's what we're looking at. It's a little easier to manage. I mean, not necessarily easy to manage because I can take a store that does $5,000 and they did 15% here. I'm cutting out a check for $750 done, right? When it's a per item thing, I got to go in. Okay, how many hoodies do they sell? How many hats do they sell? How many shirts do they sell? How many tumblers do they sell? How many everything else do they sell? And what are the numbers with that? So that's where percentage to me always made it a little easier because I could just mark that off from there. And we'd always have built into our pricing, that way everything was covered on it. So margins in that really don't change that much. I mean, it does, but it doesn't because here's our price and then add on to it for there. But I like the dollar amount because then they know, it is a lot. It is pretty decent on that. Oh, look at that Home Shopping Network on Tuesday. I just had the old, what was it? Somebody was testing out a ladder on Home Shopping Network and they fell off the ladder. So don't burn yourself or cut yourself or have something screw up because it's live, man. Don't do anything fun like that. Yeah. So up to 5,000 or 5% up to 5,000. Every thousand after that adds 1,000 per thousand, no more than 10%. And see, that's where you look at the numbers at. What are you selling stuff at? Because nobody can tell you if your prices are high or low. Only you can dictate your pricing because nobody knows what your overhead is. Now, me, it seems low. 10% on that. That seems low to me, just based off what I know, what we're pricing stuff at, what we're getting stuff at, what we're putting things back on it. So to me, yes, that does seem low, but that's to me and how we have our business set up going through it. Um, so yeah, there's no real right or wrong answer to be honest with you. Brian says we tell them a price and then let them set how much they want to make per item. Yeah, and that's the other thing. When you let them decide on it, because that's where the dollar amount works at. Let's say we have a single color shirt, and the other thing too is when you're trying to figure all this out, you don't know how many you're going to sell. There's a difference from them saying, "Hey, we have an order for 160 shirts. This is what we need to be at it." Okay, cool. Then to say, "Hey, we need a store together," and you don't know what you're going to be selling it for. So, typically, if a shirt is $15, if they're doing a bulk order, does that move one way or the other? If you're only doing one, is it still a $15 shirt? If you're doing 1,000, is it still a $15 shirt? When you're setting up stores, it's hard to determine, especially if you haven't done them before, how much they're actually going to sell. So you can say, all right, here's what it is. Our single color shirt on a 50-50 blend, one location print is $15. How much do you want to make off that? You want to make $5 off everything? Okay, great. Um, we had a discussion. This was one of the things at the school where um, we we did shirts for them, and they were $10 shirts, and then they were marked up to 15. So the school made $5 off every shirt, and they did something. It was something like 100, right around 100 shirts. So they got a check back for $500. Well, somebody was upset because of two things. One, we were 75 cents more than who they used to get. Okay, 75 cents more. But two, they had sold the shirts for $12 before, and they thought, well, we should be cheaper on that. We said we can set the price wherever you want, but the difference between 12 and 15 is that's like a $300 difference. So when you're saying you can't raise funds, and when we looked at the numbers, we sold, I think it was like a handful of shirts more than what they had previously. And so we sold more at a higher price point. So I quit trying to spend the parents' money. We can make smaller items and less costly. You're just not going to make as much. So let's look at that. And then the other thing I said, being, yeah, this is where I kind of have to put on my parent and business hat. As they said, if you guys want to use somebody else, I don't care at all. But here's the thing: when we did it, we did everything online, so there was no paperwork that you had to fill out or do anything. We were able to come press on site, so we were able to do that. We donate to the school throughout the school year, so we're a real part of the community, a real part of the school. The other business isn't even in our same city. It's not even our same state, let alone our same city. So I said, there's things. I said, are they doing anything else throughout the year? Are they helping out with anything like that? I said, because as parents, we would still do that. I said, but because we are able to do things through the school, and so that kind of comes out of a separate thing. That's why, parent teacher week. That's where the company donated the stuff to it. We gave back. Why? Because you bought from us throughout the year, so we're going to give back when we can. So it's not always that, well, 75 cents. Well, that's 75 cents because you think you need to go with somebody else because of 75 cents really isn't going to matter and put things out there too much, because at the end of the day, you're going to make more and do everything more with us. It's a tough thing working with schools and trying to figure all that out, because there's so many people that try to get their hands involved in things and you just don't know what to do. You want to do what's best for you and for the kids and for the school and for the business, but at the same time, you got to make money, right? I mean, it's not free, right? Nothing's free. You got to do your best with it. But yeah, that's what we got this week. This week we got a busy week this week. Tomorrow night, Tuesday with Todd, we're going to talk repurposing content. So it'll be tomorrow night, 5 p.m. Central. Monday, Wednesday, Friday is morning mindset, which we do every morning, 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Then I hate when people send me SVGs. I really, really do, because they're now, this one totally froze up and locked me out of stuff, because there's like, it looks like 37 layers that are all locked and grouped, and it looks like it's going to crash the system trying to unprocess all of that. PNGs, folks. PNGs. I got to figure this one out. But yeah, we've got to figure that. Thursday, next bundle drop is going to be a fall bundle drop. So we'll have that on the works on Thursday. That'll be 2 p.m. Central. So we'll be live 5 days this week. Live and excited 5 days this week. Next week a short week? No, we still got 2 weeks for a short week to run Labor Day. So yeah, we've got all that. Although the next Friday, I think we're going to have to do, no, the Friday after that. Friday after that, we'll have to do live from the road. We'll try that again, because we'll be on our way to Missouri. We'll be headed down to Missouri to go to Misfits Maker's birthday bash, where I will be making my first epoxy tumbler. Cross fingers that I don't stick myself to the table or any of that, and we'll make sure to record all of that journey for you, because why not? That's what we need to do for it. What else do we got? I think that's it for today. You guys got anything else for me? And Barb said, well, let's get back up here to Linda's first. One of my high schools has a contract with BSN. It sucks. I mean, it doesn't, but it does for uniforms, and they run their fan store. However, I also run a store because many parents don't like their stuff. That's the thing. You have companies like BSN nationwide. They go into schools. They offer them things that we're not able to at price points we're not able to, just because of the sheer volume. But at the same time, a lot of parents don't like their stuff, or they don't like their pricing. And then what do? That's where we work with the different organizations individually, where the school may have a contract for some things, but then we are able to as well. The other thing to kind of look at is look at your school and see if what the legalities of it are, because a lot of public schools, you don't need the school's permission. You can do what you want because it's a public school. And when somebody tries to say no, that's not how it works, and you're not able to do that, then that's when you go to your local Walmart or your local CVS or Walgreens, and you say, well, then how is Walmart, CVS, and Walgreens selling the school merch? Answer me that, right? They're giving back, right? You're getting that percentage, and then like, oh, I'm like, you're a public school, so think about it. And we've done a lot where schools themselves we won't work with, because we don't want the terms. You want 60, 30, 60, 90-day terms on things. Get that credit card and pay me, sucker. When we work with individual programs, then we get paid up front, so it works out way, way nicer. And Brian said, that's what I do. Or Barb said to Brian, that's what I do. Give them a price and they add on. Aries are probably different pricing. Yeah, absolutely. And Teton says, I have a BSN around here too. They are in our schools. Yeah. And they're just, I mean, they're doing what they're doing, right? I mean, that's kudos to them, but that's where if we want to stay competitive with things, we got to do things that they won't do. Now, Linda, I work with many of the parent groups. Yeah, it's just easier because then you're working with the cross country parents, you're working with the chess parents. Look at those groups that are underserved that the school isn't providing things for or very minimally providing things for. And it may not be a lot. It may be, 50 shirts total, 50 pieces total. Those little 50 pieces can add up. And when you're taking care of them, it could be that, a parent owns a company or works for somebody who needs shirts. And it just creates that, that give back type thing where, hey, you helped us out. Hey, I know somebody who could use your services as well. We get a lot of that where people ask us things, and the word of mouth is the best when you're able to take care of somebody. It works out really, really nice. Teton says, I do work with them also, but when buying softball equipment and those kinds of things, they tried to sell me Nike once at low cost, but I can get the same price from Sanmar. Yeah, and that's the thing is a lot of times there's things that we can't get based on volume or revenue or just like Under Armour. I can't get it. There's certain places where you can get certain things, but not everything. So you get a taste, and it always seems like they want the things that we can't have. And I've tried to work with some other suppliers to be like, hey, how are you getting this? And like, dude, it's sheer volume. We have to do, every time we place an order with Under Armour, it's $25,000. And it's like, oh, yeah, I'm not spending that kind of cash on it. If there's a way I can piggyback off your order, I'd be happy to. But you just run into things, man. All right. We got a busy day. I think we got a lot accomplished today. I think, there were some good questions, some good answers. We do this every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. Tomorrow we will be back with, what will we be back with? Tuesday or Tab, where we're going to talk about repurposing content. And I'm going to show you one of the ways that we did it and that we can still do it if we choose to. But working with our marketing service, that kind of is going to negate that, so we won't have to anymore. So tune in for that tomorrow night, 5 p.m. Central, where we're going to talk repurposing content. We'll be back Wednesday with Morning Mindset. You guys have an amazing day. Peace, love, press on. We will see you guys next time.